What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you one of my winter projects that I'm going to be working on. As you can see here, I have four little individual setups here. These are going to be my mini hydroponic setups. Shout out to Khang Starr. He actually put out a video on this yesterday or this morning on how he's doing his. But this is where I got my method from. And basically what I want to do is try my hand at crossing peppers. These two peppers here are Scotch Bonnet Reds. These are Yellow Pequeños. They're two of my favorite peppers, and I'm kind of curious what they would look like and how they would taste if I were to crossbreed them. So the purpose of doing it this way over the winter time is one, because it's too cold to plant them outside, and two, they grow really fast in a hydroponic setup versus a traditional soil method. And the setup on them is pretty basic. I basically have a water bottle that I cut down. I have a piece of rock wool, which is used for most hydroponic setups. This is a 2-inch net cup, which basically it's just a cup that has little holes in it, to allow air and water to come through. And as you can see down there, there's a little tiny bit of roots. But the problem with this that I've been having so far, these are about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks since I started the seeds. But look how tall they're getting. And that's not necessarily good. That just shows that it's not getting enough light. So what I'm going to have to do is pretty much repot them, I guess you can say. I'm going to get a new piece of rock wool. They're really cheap. I got like a dozen of them for $3 or $4. I'm going to essentially repot them, let this sit shorter into the rock wool and let the roots come out more. Because the way these grow fast is the roots will come out and they will drink up the hydroponic nutrients, and that's what causes them to grow really fast. So that's what I'm going to end up doing today. So this is what the rock wool looks like right out of the package. It's a square, but what I like to do is just shape it right to the net cup so it fits in there as snugly as possible. I want to make sure that I maximize, or I should say minimize, the light that comes through, and I'll explain why in a minute. So here's just a closer look of it. And as you can see before, I had already cut it open to try to make room for it, and there's the whole plant itself. You just want to carefully pull that out and just set it down to the side. Basically what you're going to do, you cut it down, soak it really well. I just run it under my faucet water. Open it up just a little bit, then take the plant itself, and what I'm going to do is just put it midway in between here so that the top is exposed, but also at the same time I got the roots exposed on the bottom. And what's going to happen is the water level is going to be right about here, so this root part here is going to drink up all those nutrients. It's going to make this thing grow rapidly, and it's going to push out even more roots, and it's going to drink it faster, and basically the plant is going to grow really fast. And since it's such a small container, it should flower real quickly, which is going to enable me to collect pollen and to cross-pollinate. So, and this is exactly what you want to see. You want to get it just above that rock wool and have the roots come out down below. I'm probably going to let this seat up a little bit higher, just so when I go to add hydroponic nutrients later, I can add up to the bottom of the net cup and the roots can still breathe a little bit, as you can see right there through that hole. But I'll explain that in a second as well. So I don't know how well you can see that, but basically what you want to do is make sure that the water is just level with the bottom of the net cup. That way it gives the roots some oxygen to breathe, while at the same time the roots can drink up the water. I have it into its water cup. I have everything set up the way it's supposed to be. As you can see, I have this black sock over it. This is to prevent light from getting in, because if you allow light to get into this hydroponic nutrient setup here, then algae can grow inside, and that would be very detrimental to the plant. So you want to prevent algae growth at all costs. Alright, I'm basically going to do the same thing for the Yellow Pequeños, except I'm just going to speed it up for you so you can get a better idea how it looks. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. I successfully repotted all my mini hydroponic plants. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you down to my little grow tent and show you how I got that set up going. So stay locked in. Alright guys, welcome to my downstairs grow area. Essentially this is my grow tent. This is where I start my seeds and maintain my seedlings over the winter time. I got a couple light setups in here. This is just a basic Home Depot light with a grow bulb, and then this is the Flyzon vegetative and blooming grow light, multicolored. Plants seem to like it. Really quick tour. There goes my bonsai. There's my pepper in a can for the pepper lovers community, and these are my two overwinter plants, the Khang Starr lemon starburst and the Scotch bonnet orange. Here is where my hydroponic plants are going to sit. They have a heated mat, and they have the light directly above it, which is a lot closer than I had it when I had the Home Depot light set up there. So hopefully these things won't get too leggy anymore. Also, those black socks that are there not only prevent light from getting into the hydroponic nutrients, they also serve as a bit of insulation to keep the plant warm. As anyone who grows hot peppers knows, that they are a tropical plant and they need to be warm. Not overly hot like in the 90s or anything, but maintained in the 70s and 80s. As you can see in the grow room, it's about, I don't know if you can see that, 73 degrees. So it's perfect temperature to grow peppers. So, yeah, that's basically it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe.